Hey, y'all, what's up? This is Coach Paul. God has qualified me, and I'm bringing y'all another episode of Move Mondays. Listen, y'all, I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it because the Bible says that faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. So I feel like if I keep saying this, you all will start to allow this to permeate you so that you can incorporate this into your lives. Watch this. Here's what it is. If you don't move it, it's going to move you. That, my friends, is a 100% promise. I remember being in a support meeting in 2004 and hearing the guy say, if you don't tell on it, it's going to tell on you. And I remember not telling on it, and my life started showing that it was telling on me by the way my life was looking. And so this is the same thing. If you don't move it, whatever that is, whether it's people, places, or things, if you don't move it, it's going to move you. I need to share that. Thank you all so much for listening. Let's get into what we're going to be talking about today, because as usual, these are important topics and subjects as it relates to our lives, because I want us to continue to understand. Excuse me, let me take a drink of this. I want us to continue to understand, and watch this, faith comes by hearing. Understand this. You have greatness in you, period. You have extraordinary potential in you, period. We all do. And the problem or the tragedy is that so many of us settle for less. These episodes of these particular topics of this podcast is designed to help us to stop settling for less. So let's get into what we're going to be talking about today. I'm gonna take a quote from a guy that I admire very much. He's Chicago born and bred, my hometown. He went from being a police officer making $36,000 a year, a Chicago police officer at that, making $36,000 a year. And now he's a multimillionaire. He has a podcast called 9 to 5 Millionaire. He's all over social media, YouTube. He's a part of Eric Thomas and CJ's inner network. This is an awesome dude. And one of the things that first, his name is Jamal King. So again, you can find him on any one of the social media platforms, 9 to 5 Millionaire. And they call them all. So anyway, here's one of the quotes that this brother said. He said, your level of success is determined by your level of exposure. Or watch this, your level of not being successful is determined by your level of not being exposed. It's the same thing. And I want to talk about that today because our environments, because see, we are exposed to environments, to communities, to social settings, social networks. We are all exposed to those. And your success or lack thereof, your greatness or lack thereof, your extraordinary potential or lack thereof is directly tied to your community, your environment. And so I want to talk about who you exposed to, who you with, what environments are you a part of. And I'm going to take a piece out of the 8 dimensions of wellness, because the 8 dimensions of wellness, first of all, I want you all to understand that it's every last one of our makeup. I don't care who you are. If you're a person, if you are a human being, your makeup is tied to these 8 dimensions. And whether in your life, the success in your life is going to be contingent upon whether or not these are healthy or unhealthy. So your success or lack thereof, Your wellness or lack thereof is going to be contingent upon whether or not these are healthy or unhealthy. And so I want to give you a definition of what the 8 dimensions says concerning environment. So here's what it reads. Environmental, good health by occupying pleasant, stimulating environments that support well-being. First of all, part of our health, whether it be good or bad, is tied to our environments. 100%. Part of our health, whether it be good or bad, is tied to our environments. Is your environment adding to your health? Or is your environment adding to your sickness? Because it says that it supports well-being. If you are in an environment that does not support your well-being, what you doing? Why are you there? Why are we there? Because again, your health, whether it be good or bad, is tied to the environments that you are around. So my question again is, who you with? Who am I with? This is for all of us. This is for all of us, because I know for a fact that if I'm not in the right environments, I'm going to 100% be getting high again. I know that. And so I make sure that the environments that I'm a part of supports my well-being and good health. I'm around people and in circles that people are intentional about emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, financial well-being. They intentional about these things. They preach it and they practice it. These are the environments that I'm grateful that God has allowed me to honor, and the privilege and the blessing of being able to be a part of. And I'm intentional about making sure that I stay connected to these environments, because I remember when I stopped. One of the reasons why I stopped getting high is because I had made it up, and I made the commitment in my heart and in my mind that I don't want to die that way, right? And I didn't want to die. And so in order to make sure that stays true, that I don't die and that I live, I got to be in environments that's conducive to that. I got to be in environments that speaks to that. And watch this. I got to be in an environment that's conducive to that and speaks to that as well, because some people that's going to be attached to me are looking for well-being and healthy relationships as well, and healthy environments as well. So I have to be that same thing as that I'm asking the people that I'm around to be also. So my question again, my question also is this: are you being in a healthy environment? Are you being in an environment that is supporting well-being? Are you an environment that's stimulating and pleasant? Are you that type of environment? Because if you're not, it's part of it is based off your level of exposure. Because listen, they say, tell me who you hang with, and I'll tell you who you are. Excuse me. Tell me who you hang with, and I'll tell you who you are. So I remember it being said to me like this. I'm still perplexed to this very day as to whether or not that was a question or a statement, because it could have been either one. It could have been either one. Here's what was posed to me. It said, if you have 9 broke friends, who gonna be number 10? If you were 9 unhealthy people, who gonna be number 10? If you were 9 people that all they do is complain, who gonna be number 10? If you were 9 people, if all they do is talk about it and not be about it, who gonna be number 10? So again, I can't, if I'm the person or you're the person that's looking for well-being and stimulating environments, or you looking to be that yourself, you have to make sure that you're around these environments that speaks to that. You listen, somebody said it to me like this: if you're an eagle, you can't hang with pigeons. Period. And so many of us in this world, how do I know? I used to be that. So many of us in this world, we name ourselves as pigeons. We name ourselves as greatness. We name ourselves as people with extraordinary potential, but we hang with mediocrity. We hang around so many people that are mediocre. And here's what I'm talking about. Again, I want you all to understand that Coach Paul ain't trying to put nobody down, but I'm just calling it how I see it. And we live in a world that we just look past how people are and think that that's supposed to be okay. No, because again, I want us to understand that we are all attached to somebody, and somebody's level of success or lack thereof can be based off their exposure to us. So listen, if somebody's success if God says, okay, part of this person's success is going to be attached to what you're doing or the environment that you are being, Paul, to this person, I got to make sure that I'm right. I have to make sure that I'm right. Because again, I don't want to, when I leave this earth, I want God to say to me, well done, thy good and faithful servant. I don't want there to be any question when I leave this earth and have to face God. I don't want there to be any question as to whether or not I'm going to be allowed to enter into his rest. And part of that is going to be contingent on what I do while I'm here. Yeah, many of us out here are believers. The Bible says that the demons believe too, and they tremble. So believing in God ain't enough. Yeah, many of us says that we are Christian, and that's good. I'm not talking about anybody. Many of us say that we are Christian, but our lives are not lined up. The environments that we are in are not lined up. The things that we are doing, the communities that we are part of are not lined up. It does not support our well-being. Not talking about anybody, just bringing to light what I'm seeing. How do I know? I've been a part of that community myself. And I'm at a place in my life that I understand that so many of us are dying, living and dying without reaching the potential that God put in us. So many of us in this world are living and dying beneath our potential, and we wonder why. Part of it is the environments that we are around. Part of it is the environments that we're around. And so again, I want us to understand that our level, like Jamal said, your level of success is based off your level of exposure. And if you're not exposed to environments that support your well-being, what you doing? Here's what Jay-Z said. I'm gonna read some of his lyrics from the Mr. Carter song. He says, go farther, go further, go harder. Is that not why we came? And if not, why bother? So is the environments that you're connected to designed to go farther? Is the environments that you are connected to designed to go further? Is the environments that you are connected to designed to go harder? And if not, if that's not what the environments are doing, then why bother? Why bother? I say it like this: when we are doing stuff that's contrary, or we are practicing things that's contrary to who God says that we are, to the greatness that's within each and every one of us, and the extraordinary potential that we all have. Here's what we are doing. Watch. Let me drink some water before I say this. Here's what we're doing. Watch this. Y'all ready for this? We're going through life waiting on our turn to die. Just that simple. If we're not walking in our greatness or pursuing our greatness or our extraordinary potential and is pursuing a community or an environment that supports well-being, all we're doing is going through life waiting on our turn to die. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with people who have careers and homes and did the law-abiding thing, was a productive, is a productive member of society. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with doing that. But what I'm saying is, if you can do that and be great at that, can't you understand that there's more that you can be great at too? If you can do that and be great at that, there's 100% more. How do I know this? Why do I say this? Because when they talked about being a productive member of society, I spent a lot of my life not being that. I am now. When it speaks about being a law-abiding citizen, I spent a great deal of my life not being that. I'm that now, but I spent a whole lot of my life not being that. So for all of you all out there, I spent a whole lot of my life without a career. I have one now. So for all of you all who came through life and you walked right into that, more power to you. But I want you to understand something as well. More power to you because you did that, and I appreciate the fact that you did that. But that also shows that there's more. Why you settling right there? Why you staying around people who settle right there, who sit right there? I just read a quote that somebody said on Instagram, and he said, the quote went, "I may not be rich, but I get up every day and work so I won't be broke." Well, one of the reasons why you're not rich is because you haven't told yourself you're rich. Or you're in an environment that hasn't told you that you're rich. You're in an environment that doesn't speak to being rich. You're in an environment, watch this. You are in an environment that speaks to, I ain't broke. And that's okay to not be broke. And I'm saying this, and let me say this again. If you have you've been awesome at making sure that the life that you live in is a life that says, I'm not broke. Don't you think that you could go further than that? Don't you think that you could, if you've been good at this for whatever amount of years that you've been good at, don't you think that you can go further than that? That's what this is all about. But some of the ways and some of the only ways, watch this, that we're going to go further, that we're going to go farther, that we're going to go harder, as Jay-Z said, is based off the environments that we are part of, based off the level of exposure that we have going on. That's what it's going to take. That's what it is going to take for us to walk in the greatness and reach that extraordinary potential that God has put in each and every one of us. And the reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm doing this, particular subject today is because just this past weekend, I went on a men's retreat, a retreat with a bunch of guys that are husbands, or maybe some of them are divorced, some of them are about to get married. Many of them, all of them have careers, from motivational speakers to college basketball coaches to lawyers to advocates, you name it. All of these guys have a wonderful careers, and a lot of the guys are focused on going further. And I appreciate the fact that I'm exposed to an environment like that, because those are the type of people that I need in my life. That's the type of person that I want to be. And this environment is a motivator for me to continue to pursue the greatness and the extraordinary potential that's in me, so that I can be able to be in a place where, again, people are coming to, people are exposed to me and coming around me and being able to understand that there's more for them as well, and pursuing that thing. That's how it all works. I'm so grateful for this community that I'm a part of. I've been going to this men's retreat for the last 4 years of my life, and I look forward to this time of year every year, because I get to be around people who support well-being, who's stimulating growth, who's going further, who's going farther, who's going harder. And listen, they not taking no prisoners, and I appreciate that. What are you doing? Who you with? What is your environment like? Is it stimulating well-being and growth? Is it stimulating your greatness? Is it stimulating your extraordinary potential? Is it pointing you to a level of great success? Because if not, why bother? What you doing? Who you with? Why? What's the purpose? Because if it's not adding to you, people, watch this. If it's not adding to you, it's taking away. There's no other way to explain that. There's no other way to put it. I just want to be able to have some conversations around this subject now, because again, I want to say, and this not even going to be a long one. I want to say your environments are very important. And when people come around you, what type of environment are they coming around? Your environments are very important. And when people come around you, what kind of environments are they coming around, y'all? Let's have some conversations around it, because this is very important. Like I said at the beginning, if you hang with 9, whatever they are, whether they're reaching for greatness or mediocrity, you're going to be number 10. It's just simple. With that being said, I've said what I need to say. Who you with? And let's let you all understand this. I love every last one of y'all. It's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Till next time, be well. Do the next right thing. God bless you. Check your environments. And if you're looking for a butt, it's going to always be easy to find one. That, my friends, is a promise. This is Coach Paul. Deuces.